Hello, welcome to LMU Tri-State News. I'm Ashley Hurley. Thank you for joining us. And today on the news desk, we have our very own Weather Spotter Rachel Mattie to update us on the weather outlook for this week. Now, we had some bizarre weather on Halloween, so can we expect something strange this year for Thanksgiving?
We did. We had a little snow this year on Halloween, which we haven't experienced in a while. The high on Halloween last year was near 80, so definite change there. If you remember, some areas received snow the day before Thanksgiving last year, and other states received larger amounts of snow, causing many travel delays around the entire U.S. So what can we expect this year? Well, let's take a look. Monday will be partly sunny as the rain tapers off with the high of 63 and an overnight low around 34. Tuesday and Wednesday will have highs near 50 and lows in the low 30s with mostly sunny to partly sunny skies. There's a very slight chance for rain Wednesday and Wednesday night with a slight chance for the rain to turn into snow Thanksgiving morning. Little or no snow accumulations are expected. Otherwise, Thanksgiving should be partly sunny with a high reaching 43 and a chilly nightly low of 27. And we'll round off this week on Friday with mostly sunny skies, a high of 44 and a low of 31. So we hope everyone has a very happy and safe Thanksgiving.
Now, it was an initiative that started a few years ago on the campuses of Lincoln Memorial University that was titled Healthy LMU and You. Well, now, under the direction of Dr. Jack Mansfield, the Wellness Initiative is being vamped in more ways than one.
Redefined because we had launched a Healthy LMU and You initiative a couple years ago, and so we're kind of not reinventing the wheel, but we're trying to continue what we started a few years ago. We've realized that we focus on our employees, the quality of life of our employees, and it's beneficial to the employees as well as beneficial to LMU. And so the new emphasis is on healthy choices, good lifestyle choices, physical fitness, nutrition, stress management, all those components.
Now, there will be more about the Campus Wellness Initiative coming soon to the LMU homepage, so be sure to keep an eye out at www.lmunet.edu. Now, safety on the campuses of Lincoln Memorial University is being increased with the creation of new positions. Over the next few weeks, we will be talking with Chief of Police Matthew Sandifer about these roles. But first, he tells us what these new roles mean for the safety of the students, faculty, and staff.
It's a win-win for all of us. First of all, with these promotions, I'm not losing any police officer at all. I still have the same number of police officers that I've always had, but these officers have taken on more responsibilities and duties, of course. But that being said, our main focus is the safety of this campus and the faculty and staff and everybody around here at LMU. And I think what benefits us the most is not only we got an officer, we've got all this training and certification that they bring to the table here, and we can spread awareness and also educate the community and those around us here, about what they do and about what their role is.
Now, be sure to tune in with us next week as we talk with him about each specific role and the officer that has stepped up to take on that position. Now, coming up after the break, if you want to go to one of the LMU women's basketball home games, now is your opportunity. But to find out how, you'll have to join us right after this break.
Hart, what's going on?
I'm leaving.
Why? What did I do?
Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit.
Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just please, don't leave.
Okay. But remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
Get your ass out. You're not in here.
Yes, I am.
Move. Give it to him hard.
No, No, ow.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why are you stabbing me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how.
Oh,
Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Lincoln Memorial University is kicking off the holiday season next Thursday, December 4th. It will include a full day of activities, including 2 performances by the Knoxville Symphony Chamber Orchestra, a Christmas festival, and the annual tree lighting on the quad. The LMU Women of Service Christmas Festival will include lunch, craft demonstrations, and a sale featuring baked goods and more. All of the proceeds will benefit LMU's Women of Service organization, which supports students and provides cultural opportunities for students at LMU. LMU holiday ornaments will also be available with a donation of $10 or more to the Women of Service Scholarship. The KSCO will perform 2 concerts in the Sam and Sue Morris Performing Arts Center at the Duke Hall of Citizenship. The first performance is set for 4 p.m. and the second will follow the annual tree lighting at 7:30 p.m. The LMU Concert Choir will also be performing with the KSCO. The tree lighting ceremony will begin at 6:30 p.m. on the quad in front of the Chinook Chapel. Refreshments will be served. Now, in conjunction with the holiday celebrations, the university will once again be collecting items for Mission of Hope's annual Christmas campaign. The Christmas campaign focuses on providing food, new clothing, hygiene items, books, and new toys to needy families throughout rural Appalachia. For a complete list of items needed, please visit www.missionofhope.org. University Medical Clinic invites the community to visit its offices in Harrogate or New Tazewell to receive a flu vaccine and receive a free ticket to the LMU versus Bluefield State women's basketball game. The tickets will be for the UMC sponsored game on December 1st. The game will include a special appearance by Santa Claus and will have medical staff and student volunteers on hand to provide several free services, including blood pressure screening, body mass index, preventative care screening recommendations, and childhood vaccine recommendations, along with child safety information. UMC is offering flu vaccines at its offices on Tuesday, November 25th or Wednesday, November 26th, anytime from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Most insurance plans cover the cost of the flu vaccine, or they are offered for just $25. No appointment is needed for the flu vaccine. Now, for more information on the University Medical Clinic, visit its website at www.lmu-umc.com. Well, basketball has been underway for how many weeks?
About a week or 2.
And it's kept you pretty busy.
But not as busy as the fall. This is a lot more fun. It's also indoors, so you don't really have to worry about the cold weather. Both teams were in conference action. We'll have that right after this here on LMU Tri-State News.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
Welcome back. Even though the 2014-15 basketball season started only a week ago, the Rail Splitters and Lady Rail Splitters had to be ready on last Wednesday as they both started South Atlantic Conference play against Mars Hill University. The women's team went into their matchup with the Lions knowing they would need to play like they had in their opening weekend if the home opener was to go their way. Neither team could pull away from the other in the first half, as the largest lead was only 7. And LMU went to the break leading by 2, 44-42. In the second half, both teams shot over 50%, but it would not be enough for Mars Hill as LMU led from wire to wire in the second half to take the 100-90 win. 5 Lady Rail Splitters scored in double figures, led by Stephanie Smith, who had 16. The men's team would have the nightcap against a Mars Hill team that came in averaging 87 points per game in their first 4. The Rail Splitters would not be intimidated by the high-scoring Lions team, as LMU would shoot 55% in the first half to lead Mars Hill 41-33 at the break. Mars Hill would try to battle their way back and got as close as 4 points with 9:50 left after a Michael Carson three-pointer. But that would be as close as they would get, as LMU would move to 3-0 with a 79-67 win. LMU had 4 players reach double figures and was led by Lorenzo Ross, who had 19. On Saturday, the two teams traveled to Charlotte, North Carolina to face Queens University. While the Lady Rail Splitters were taking on a Royals team that came in 0-3, 2 of their losses were by 9 or less, and the Royals would be hungry for that first win of the season. Neither team came out hot, as the two were a combined 11 for 47 from the field in the first half, and the two teams will go to halftime tied at 22. In the second half, it was LMU's Stephanie Smith who carried the Lady Rail Splitters as she dropped 13 points in the second, while Queens continued to struggle, only scoring 19 in the second half as a team, and LMU went on to the 52-41 victory. Now at 3-1 overall and 2-0 in sack play, the Lady Rail Splitters are tied for first in the conference with Carson Newman in Newberry. The ladies will be on the road Tuesday evening in Anderson, South Carolina, before returning to Tex Turner on Saturday, November 29th, when they play host to Lees-McRae. The men's team on Saturday took on a Queens team that found life just 3 days earlier with their first win of the season, and Coach Josh Schertz knew his team would be in for a battle. After all, when these two played last year, their two games were decided by 6 points total. While LMU turned the ball over 8 times in the first half, they did shoot 53% from the field and led the Royals at halftime 31-23. Once again in the second half, LMU committed 8 turnovers as they tried to keep Queens in it. But it was Luquan Choice who scored 10 of his 18 points in the second half. They kept LMU in the lead as they went on to win 66-51. Now at 4-0 on the season and 2-0 in the SAC, the Rail Splitters are tied with Newberry and Wingate at the top of the early conference standings. LMU will be on the road Tuesday evening with the ladies in Anderson, South Carolina to face the Trojans, and they'll be back in the Tex Turner Arena on Saturday, November 29th to face Tennessee Wesleyan at 4 p.m. Bring your turkey leftovers. And finally, the LMU cross-country teams completed their fall schedule on the 22nd when they competed in the NCAA Southeast Regionals. The men's team placed 12th out of the 23 schools with an average time that was just over 35 minutes and 25 seconds. They were paced by junior Ryan Mecca, who finished 34th. The women's cross-country team finished 9th out of the 26 teams, finishing just 6 minutes behind winner and host Montevallo. It is the best finish ever by an LMU women's cross-country team in the Southeast Regional. Sophomore Whitney Elliott from nearby La Follette, Tennessee, was the top runner for LMU. She finished 18th place and was named All-Southeast Region. And that's going to do it for sports. Ladies, 18th place in the cross country. That's pretty good. You would almost say she was running like a crazy train.
Crazy train. And speaking of crazy train, we do have an interesting story about Ozzy and his family.
One of my favorite television families.
And that's coming up right after the break.
This is the moment I knew his future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Allegations continue to pile up against Bill Cosby, even decades later. Over the past week, more and more women have accused Cosby of sexual assault. Former supermodel Janice Dickinson stirred the controversy midway through the week, stating in an interview with Entertainment Tonight, Cosby assaulted her in 1982 after dinner in Lake Tahoe, where Cosby was performing. However, Cosby's lawyer is claiming Dickinson's story is a lie. According to Variety, attorney Martin Singer stated the story Dickinson reported in her previous book, along with a 2002 interview with the New York Observer, does not match with the most recent claim. Despite Dickinson's questionable claims, a trend is starting to appear, as many women note they were drugged before the assault took place. In the midst of the drama, television's favorite dad is losing his lovable reputation and business deals. In USA Today's report, Netflix has canceled the special it planned to air on November 28th, titled Bill Cosby at 77. NBC has followed suit. The Associated Press reports the network is dropping its deal with Cosby to do a sitcom, which was already in the works. The network will also be pulling reruns from The Cosby Show from TV Land. Season's Randy Jackson is leaving American Idol. Jackson has been a judge and mentor on the show since it first aired in 2002. However, when the singing competition show hits season 14, it will be the end of that era. Confirming his departure, Jackson stated, "After 13 seasons, I felt now was the perfect time to leave American Idol." Jackson said in a statement obtained by E! "I'm proud to have been a part of the series that discovered some incredible artists and will go down in history as one of the most successful television shows ever. A true original Idol started it all. On to what's next." Outside of Idol, Jackson produced TV shows and movies and manages artists through his company Dream Merchant 21 Entertainment, so he will still be around. Host Ryan Seacrest is now the only remaining member of the original American Idol team. The other original hosts, Simon Cowell and Paula Abdul, have left the show in prior years, and Jackson is finally following suit. Season 14 judges of American Idol remain the same: Jennifer Lopez, Keith Urban, and Harry Connick Jr. The Osbournes are coming back to TV. Sharon Osbourne revealed on The Talk that the iconic MTV reality show starring her family will be returning to the small screen. The whole family, which includes Ozzy, Sharon, son Jack, and daughter Kelly Osbourne, will return to the series, which anticipates early 2015 to start filming. But the Osbournes will not air on its original network. A spokesperson told E! News the show will not be returning to MTV. However, according to Sharon, the series is not a proper series anyway, more like an update. At most, there will only be 6 to 8 episodes and a catch-up on our lives and where we are now, because it's been a long time since we've been seen as a family and our family has grown, she said. "We have a granddaughter and a gorgeous daughter-in-law." You're probably asking, why is the rock royalty family coming back to TV nearly a decade off the air? It was Ozzy's decision. Sharon revealed it was all my husband's doing. She told her co-host. He looked back on his life and said, "I wish we could have done more, or done the Osbournes now where I'm clean and sober." Now stay tuned. After the break, Joseph Lewis tells you what you can expect in theaters over the holiday weekend.
Did you take your medicine? Oh gosh, I forgot it.
Her nurse.
You need a claim number?
Her personal assistant.
Let me just grab a...
Her housekeeper. Her cook. Her accountant. When I started taking care of Mom, I didn't realize the challenge of playing so many roles. But above all, I'm still her daughter.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving to connect with experts and other caregivers. Together we can better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
Hello, I'm Joseph Lewis, bringing you all the latest information in the world of movies. This week, we'd like to take a moment to honor the passing of director Mike Nichols, the man responsible for numerous classics throughout the 60s and 70s, as well as several recent hits. Nichols was a widely acclaimed and award-winning filmmaker, and the cinematic legacy he left behind is considerable. His best and most beloved film is certainly The Graduate, with Dustin Hoffman leading a pop culture-infused coming-of-age story that's as memorable for its period detail as it is for its timeless, thought-provoking message. The wheelhouse of Nichols' early work was concerned with gender roles and the tenuous balance found in relationships between men and women, as evidenced in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf's hilariously disturbing Battle of the Sexes, and the bleak, no-punches-pulled multi-character study of Carnal Knowledge. These films, along with 2004's terrific Closer, were small in scope but nonetheless ambitious, anchored by go-for-broke performances and sharp, incisive dialogue. Nichols also had a long-term penchant for political satire, from Catch-22 in 1970 to Primary Colors in 1998, and finally to his last film, 2007's Aaron Sorkin-penned Charlie Wilson's War. Other major works by Nichols include Silkwood, Working Girl, and The Birdcage, as well as the HBO miniseries Angels in America. The Graduate, The Birdcage, and the Jack Nicholson and Meryl Streep starring comedy Heartburn are now available for streaming on Netflix Instant, but Nichols' entire body of work is worth exploring, for after 83 years of life and over 20 films to his name, his memory is one that will linger as long as there's an interest in quality filmmaking. Tops at the box office last weekend included the young adult action-adventure The Hunger Games: Mockingjay Part 1, which opened at number 1 and raked in an enormous $123 million gross in the process, easily making for the biggest weekend debut of 2014, topping even financial juggernauts like Guardians of the Galaxy and Captain America: The Winter Soldier. However, almost paradoxically, Mockingjay had the lowest opening of an entry in the Hunger Games franchise thus far, coming up roughly $30 million short of the first film and the sequel, Catching Fire. Following at number 2 and holding strong in its position from last week was Disney's Big Hero 6 with $20 million, bringing its total domestic gross to $135 million. Having already turned a profit thanks to foreign ticket sales, Big Hero 6 marks another undeniable winner for the House of Mouse. And rounding out the top 3 once again was the sci-fi saga Interstellar, pulling in another $15 million toward its current $120 million domestic gross. Coming to theaters this Thanksgiving week is Penguins of Madagascar, a spin-off of the Nickelodeon TV series, which itself was a spin-off from DreamWorks' Madagascar franchise. Audiences can join the Penguins' Skipper, Kowalski, Rico, and Private as they align themselves with an interspecies espionage agency known as the North Wind to stop the villainous Dr. Octavius Brine from taking over the world. Penguins of Madagascar opens this Wednesday, November 26th. Also opening this week is Horrible Bosses 2, the sequel to 2011's comedy hit Horrible Bosses. Jason Bateman, Charlie Day, and Jason Sudeikis reprise their roles as 3 put-upon white-collar workers who, after getting one over on their employers in the first film, decide to start a company of their own. They face a roadblock, however, in the form of a sharp investor played by Christoph Waltz, who threatens to destroy their new venture. Seemingly presented with no other options, the boys rally to hold his son, played by Chris Pine, for ransom. Horrible Bosses 2 can be seen in theaters starting this Wednesday, November 26th. That's all for this week in the world of movies. I'm Joseph Lewis, and we'll be back after these messages.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
It's Thanksgiving week, and I hope you're prepared for all of the deliciousness heading our way. Before the Turkey Day, there are many different events in our local area to help bring in the Day of Thanks. But this week, it's all about Gatlinburg, as it has so much to offer as we usher in the holiday season. The Festival of Trees runs November 25th through November 29th at the Mills Conference Center. There will be dozens of lighted and decorated Christmas trees, Santa Claus, and a candy cane lane. There will even be a gingerbread house competition. It features 6 categories. The entry fee is $30, and the prizes are given to the top 2 finishers in each category, as determined by the judges. This event is all part of the annual fundraiser to support Smoky Mountain Area Rescue Ministries. To enter the gingerbread contest or for more information, visit www.gatlinburg.com/events. This week only in Gatlinburg is the Great Smoky Thanksgiving Art and Crafts Show. Unique handcrafted gifts made by the members of Great Smoky Arts and Crafts community are offered as they host their annual Thanksgiving show at the Gatlinburg Convention Center. The Gatlinburg Arts and Crafts community is the nation's largest organization of independent artisans. The Tennessee artists and craftspeople here create beautiful and useful things with techniques handed down for centuries. Painters capture scenes of the landscape and mountain life, while potters and weavers work magic with clay and cloth. Among other things, you could also find handmade jewelry, quilts, exquisitely woven baskets, hand-dipped scented candles, and leather vests. The Arts and Crafts Show runs from November 25th until November 30th. For more information, call toll-free 800-568-4748 or visit www.gatlinburg.com/events. Presented by the Great Smoky Mountain Dance Theater is a Nutcracker Suite. If you're not familiar with the story of the Nutcracker Ballet, it is based on the story written by E.T.A. Hoffman. It's about the magic of Christmas and a young girl's dream of a Nutcracker prince and a battle against a Mouse King that comes to life. The performances will be at the W.L. Mills Conference Center. The first show is on November 26th and the second is on November 27th. Both shows are at 7 p.m. For more information on this event, you can call the number 865-680-7369. Wrapping up this magical week in Gatlinburg is the Winter Magic Tunes and Tales. Through the holiday season, Thanksgiving Day until Christmas Eve, visitors can meet characters and storytellers and enjoy caroling along the Parkway Friday and Saturday evenings during this 4th annual event. During Gatlinburg Winter Magic, which runs until February 28th, the city magically lights up the winter nights with dozens of spectacular light displays throughout town featuring all LED bulbs. The length of the parkway is lined by forests of branches and scrolls, accentuating the timeless displays visitors have grown accustomed to over the past 24 years. No need for reservations with this event. Just stroll on down to Gatlinburg and enjoy yourself. This has been Monique Derico with your local entertainment. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Well, that is going to do it for the broadcast, but we want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays. Black Friday, do you consider that a holiday?
No.
Do you consider that a holiday?
No, that's a torture.
Boom.
You were talking about it being bright and shiny, though.
Yes, it can be bright and shiny as you decorate your Christmas trees for the holiday season.
Right.
But not until Friday.
Not until Friday.
Or you can go over, we've got a little bit more entertainment to add to the mix. You can go over to Turkey Creek this Friday, or Thursday, I mean, and check out the newest trailer for Star Wars 7. So it is premiering at Turkey Creek.
Geek fandom happens.
Right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then what else do you have going on?
Saturday, LMU's got a doubleheader. The women play Lees McRae at 2 o'clock Eastern. The men ended off with Tennessee Wesleyan at 4 p.m. We'll have that on LMU TV, LMU Community TV, or come out to Tex Turner Arena and bring your turkey leftovers with you.
But what not to bring?
Cranberry sauce.
You can bring that to me and Tiffany. We'll take it. All right, that's going to do it. Thank you all for joining us. We do hope you have a very safe and happy Thanksgiving weekend, Black Friday, and
just Saturday.
Just Saturday. Rest on Saturday. Be in a food coma.